Vow in the dust. Clarabelle Winslow learned two things before noon. The bank intended to take her ranch, and everyone in Dry Creek believed a woman's problems could be solved with a husband. The banker spoke gently, like bad news should be polite. Clara listened, arms crossed, fury simmering. Marriage was presented as a solution, which only made her want to throw him out the door. Still, when he left, she stood alone in the dust. Staring at land she refused to lose love or no love required. Ethan Cole fixed fences the way other men told lies smoothly and without commitment. He joked, hummed, and announced he was leaving town by nightfall. Clara, exhausted and desperate, watched him work and thought, why not? Her proposal came out blunt and breathless. Ethan laughed. The town froze. When Clara didn't laugh back, Ethan realized she meant Eton. Said yes, because apparently his life enjoyed chaos. They drafted their marriage rules. With grim determination, no affection, no expectations, no feelings, Ethan teased. Clara glared. They argued about chores and privacy, like seasoned spouses, despite not even being married yet. When they shook hands, the spark startled them both, and they immediately pretended it didn't exist. The ceremony was a mess-wind dust, whispered threats, and Ethan cracking jokes during vows. Clara nearly stepped on her skirt. Ethan caught her without thinking. The crowd sighed collectively. When the preacher pronounced them married, Clara felt something unsettling, relief and curiosity. Living together meant discovering Ethan's sang, while shaving, and Clara reorganized everything compulsively. They argued over boots, coffee, and personal space. Somehow, laughter filled the house more often than silence. At night, Clara lay awake, wondering why pretending felt so natural. A startled horse sent Clara straight into Ethan's arms. The moment stretched his breath warm, her heart racing. They leaned in, then a cow mooed loudly. They jumped apart, furious at livestock and deeply confused about themselves. The town adored them. Ethan played the charming husband, calling Clara darlin' just to see her fluster. Clara scolded him in private and secretly liked it. The act felt less like pretending and more like rehearsal. During a long ride, Ethan admitted he never stayed anywhere long enough to disappoint anyone. Clara confessed she was tired of fighting alone. The silence that followed was tender, heavy with understanding. Their hands met, naturally, and stayed that way. Clara discovered she disliked women, smiling at Ethan. Ethan discovered he disliked men, admiring Clara. Their argument was loud, dramatic, and ended in laughter and accidental honesty. Neither mentioned the word love, but it hovered between them. A storm trapped them indoors. Firelight softened edges and defenses. Ethan brushed dust from Clara's cheek, slowly, reverently. The kiss was unplanned, gentle, and far too meaningful to undo. When it ended, neither knew how to breathe normally again. Morning brought panic. Ethan retreated behind jokes. Clara retreated behind pride. They argued about trivial things because the truth felt too big. The house felt emptier than before. Clara learned Ethan planned to leave after the year. She exploded. He confessed his fear of staying. Words collided, anger, longing, accidental declarations. When silence fell, both knew pretending was no longer possible. Ethan packed before dawn. Clara watched him go without stopping. Him loving him meant letting him choose. Halfway down the road, Ethan realized staying scared him, but losing her terrified him more. He turned back, Ethan found Clara in the dust and confessed everything: love, fear, hope. Clara kissed him mid-sentence. This vow, made without witnesses or contracts, felt truer than the first. They stayed married in purpose. Life filled with laughter, arguments, shared dreams, and love, chosen daily. Dry Creek watched proudly as the fake marriage became the realest thing either had ever known. The dust settles differently when you belong somewhere. Clarabelle Winslow notices it one golden afternoon as she stands on the porch of the ranch that almost slipped through her fingers. The land stretches wide and patient before her, fences mended, barns standing tall. Life stitched back together with stubborn hope and love she never planned for. Behind her, Ethan Cole is whistling off-key, unapologetic and entirely at home. She smiles before she even turns around. He's fixing a chair that doesn't need fixing, sleeves rolled up, sun catching in his hair like it's always known where it belongs. He looks up, meets her eyes, and grins with the easy confidence of a man who once ran from everything and now runs toward only one thing. "Starrin' again?" he asks. She lifts her chin, admiring my husband. He sets the chair down dramatically. "Best reason I've ever heard." Life with Ethan is loud and warm and full of gentle chaos. It's shared coffee that's too strong, playful arguments about nothing, and hands finding each other without thinking. It's laughter echoing through the house at night and quiet mornings where words aren't needed at all. The town of Dry Creek still talks about their marriage, how it began as a bargain and turned into something better than romance novels dared to promise. Clara hears the whispers when she rides into town. The rancher who married a drifter. What they don't say is how the drifter stayed, how he built, how he chose. Ethan watches Clara move through the world with pride. He doesn't bother hiding. He loves the way she stands her ground, the way her laughter surprises her, the way she pretends she doesn't need him, and then reaches for his hand anyway. Loving her didn't cage him, it gave him roots. Some evenings, they sit together on the porch as the sky melts into pink and gold. Ethan pulls Clara close, her head resting easily against his shoulder, like it's always been there. "Funny thing," he murmurs once. "I used to think vows were promises you make and then break." She tilts her face up to him. And now, I think they're choices you wake up and make again, every day." Her eyes soften. "Good thing I plan on choosing you until I'm old and bossy." He laughs, kissing her temple. "You already are, darlin'. They don't need grand gestures anymore. Their love lives in the small things, in repaired fences, shared glances across crowded rooms, kisses stolen in kitchens, and nights spent planning a future neither of them once believed they deserved. Their wedding vows, once spoken out of necessity, have been rewritten, and when the dust rises on the horizon and the sun dips low, Clara knows without doubt, without fear, that she is exactly where she belongs. Right here. With him. A vow, made in desperation, kept in laughter, sealed in love, and carried forward, softly, happily, forever. The kind of ending that doesn't shout, just sighs, content at last. Like and subscribe. Aurora Tale Wild West. God bless.